the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Wednesday, the 26th of April. I'm James Spann. Some active storms overnight. It now looks like we could be dealing with all modes of severe weather, including the possibility of a few tornadoes after midnight tonight. So we'll take a look at that. Another chance of severe storms late this weekend on Sunday. Must be the middle of tornado season in Alabama, which it is. There's the water vapor satellite view this afternoon. Big upper trough digging down through the southern plains. Band of storms in advance of the trough coming through northeast Texas up into Arkansas. They're about to approach Shreveport as 2:45 this afternoon. But around here, as expected, things are nice and quiet. Temperatures are in the upper 70s to near 80. Around the southeastern states, you can pick out that cold front. It's clearly somewhere between Birmingham and Tulsa. Tulsa 49, Birmingham 80. And again, a pretty healthy line of storms along that front. In fact, really a cool air up north. I say cool, it's cold. They're in the 20s over parts of Minnesota at mid-afternoon, way below freezing, almost like more like January there. You can see a very tight thermal gradient behind that front, but the cold air will not reach us in the short term. We will see cooler air by Monday of next week. Pretty busy-looking map. A lot of frost and freeze issues. Winter storm advisories way up north, more like winter, also in the Rockies. Got a tornado watch until 5 o'clock for parts of Arkansas, Louisiana, northeastern Texas. Keep an eye on that. We've got a moderate risk of severe weather in that region as well. In Alabama, now keep in mind, this day one outlook runs through 7 a.m. tomorrow. So it says up there at the top, Wednesday, April 26th, but this runs through 7 a.m. Thursday, April 27th. And the guys at SPC now have the standard slight risk. That's level 2 from Birmingham west. A marginal risk over to Anniston and Gadsden, the areas in the darker shades of green. And we'll go through this in just a moment. Then tomorrow after 7 a.m., a marginal risk for parts of east and south Alabama. And again, this thing's going to be winding down early tomorrow morning. This is basically an overnight type event. Now, let's go to day 3, which is Friday. The chance of severe weather over parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, northwest Tennessee. A marginal risk into extreme northwest Alabama, but for most of the state, Friday should be dry. Day 4, Saturday. 30% chance of severe weather within 25 miles of a given point around the Arklatex. Pretty hefty for a day 4 outlook. That could be significant. And day 5, which is Sunday, a risk of severe weather into West Alabama. And again, we'll take a look at this as we go. But the one good thing about all this, we get a lot of rain with the 2 events. Rain amounts of 2 to 3 inches, a good possibility for the next 7 days. That's valid through Wednesday morning of next week. So here we go, model fans. This is the GFS tomorrow, a big trough you can see to the west. But let's look at the high-res HER model. This is midnight tonight. Storms about to creep into West Alabama. And this looks kind of problematic here. This is 2 a.m., and you can see how the line begins to become more cellular instead of linear. And those echoes have that kidney bean shape. We'll check the severe weather parameters, and this is the limiting factor is the instability. There's really nothing over the Tennessee Valley, but there is some, and it doesn't take a lot. Some instability from Tuscaloosa on south. And this is the low-level storm relative helicity, 0 to 1 kilometers. And these numbers are very high. And obviously that's going to support rotating updrafts. So a lot of it's going to depend on if the storms can be truly rooted down at the surface. And if they can, they could maybe produce a tornado overnight. We're going to have to hit that chance a little harder. This is the STP, the significant tornado parameter at 4 a.m. And it maxes out at 4.3 units up into Bibb, parts of Chilton, Dallas, Perry counties. South of Interstate 20. So the highest chance of a tornado is going to be south of Interstate 20, but everybody will have the chance of hail and strong winds. Bottom line is, be sure you've got a weather radio that's programmed right and a battery backup so you don't miss warnings overnight. It's going to be one of these overnighters. Look at a forecast sounding for Shelby County at 4 a.m. And again, it's got a marginal tornado threat in there, but you can see down there in the low levels, the surface winds have backed out of the southeast, which is somewhat problematic. So again, hail, damaging straight line winds, a few tornadoes possible overnight. Do not miss warnings. Then 7 o'clock, the storms are Anniston down to Montgomery, and kind of on the way out. So I think by mid-morning it's all over. The sky becomes partly sunny tomorrow afternoon. This is 1 o'clock, and at that point everything should be in Georgia. The high tomorrow, upper 70s, partly to mostly sunny by afternoon. Friday, very warm, upper 80s. And again, there could be enough moisture for a few isolated afternoon or evening storms, but nothing widespread. Same thing Saturday, very warm. Highs well up in the 80s. Isolated afternoon storms, the big action west of the state. And boy, a big snow cranking up there for Colorado, parts of western Kansas, northern New Mexico. Wow. This is Sunday. That's a severe weather look. Deep surface low over Missouri. We're in the warm sector. Sunday night, just after midnight, surface low near Chicago. Showers and storms blowing through here. Check the severe weather parameters very quickly. And look, we're not even going to worry about this too much now. We got to get through overnight tonight. But this is Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, and the instability values are not that impressive here. I get the idea they might be higher than this, but this is suggesting the instability value is basically under 1,000 joules per kilogram. But again, the SRH values are very high, the storm relative helicity. So just something to watch. And then Monday, it's all out of here. Monday should be a cool day, a sunny day with a high back in the mid-70s. Tuesday, we could be in the upper 40s to start the day. High will be close to 80. We're dry. Wednesday of next week, troughing north and west of the state. Looks like we stay dry. And then Thursday of next week, the 4th of May, a surface low coming through North Alabama with rain and storms coming back. And this is the end of the forecast period, Saturday, May the 6th. Boy, look at the trough over the east. It's a cool air mass dipping down in here. Check out the anomalies. Temperatures way below average, if this verifies, on Saturday, May 6th. Speaking of the numbers off the GFS, all over the board, you can see that warm day on Saturday, 89. But then Monday, it's got a high of only 69 in the wake of the Sunday night storms. And again, 45. Pretty cool by Tuesday morning of next week. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.